At my presentation on family engagement yesterday, I presented on what my organization's big focus is, and that is provider readiness. Is the school ready to engage families? School staff have so much on their plate, they're asked to do so much, and I see their efforts in trying to engage families, and without getting ready and building a foundation for families, they're jumping to the engagement. And then when families don't show up, they get discouraged. And we have to value our staff time. And I believe that in doing that, if we spend a good amount of time on our readiness and what are our beliefs about families, and can we help families by getting ourselves grounded and calm so that when we interact with families, we are at a place where we can meet their needs. I really have a strong belief that we can do this if we do the readiness. It can be done without adding more burden to staff. We could ask, why is family engagement important? And I think there's a lot of obvious answers, but when we dig a little bit deeper and you look at society in general, the former Surgeon General for our country said that we have a loneliness epidemic in the country. People are more isolated. They're on their social media more often, which is not social media is not a bad thing, but it does isolate us more. Families are more stressed. They're very busy with their responsibilities, and they have limited time. So if we can look at family engagement from a different lens and think if we can create a community where our families feel they belong, that would be huge. We have to look at family engagement not from the lens of 10 or 20 years ago, because our families are different, their lives are different. And we have to let them define what engagement and involvement is. But what we can do for them is make our building welcoming, make our verbal and nonverbal communication welcoming, so that they feel this is a place where they belong. And I think, and I feel strongly, and lots of research backed around connectedness, that this will be a success and will be less of a stress for families and less stress for staff. And in the end, our students are going to benefit. The benefit to schools is that they're going to see a more responsiveness from the child when the school staff knows and builds a relationship with the family. They're going to understand the child better, and the child is going to thrive. The benefit to the family is they will be able to see, they want to see their child thrive. That's a no-brainer. And so that's a beautiful thing, proud parents coming to school, seeing their child, if their child is struggling, now their child is doing well. That's a bonus. But I think beyond that, parents have an opportunity to grow. I know for me personally, when my children were in school, I learned a lot from school staff, and I'm forever grateful for that. But parents often are afraid to call school. They're afraid to ask a question. They don't want to intrude on staff. They know they're busy. They think maybe I'm asking a stupid question, maybe I'm overreacting, maybe I don't need to call. There's a lot of reasons why parents hesitate to step in. So I think that puts the burden a little bit, I wouldn't call it a burden, but it puts the responsibility on school that we have to make ourselves a little more vulnerable and say, it's okay, come on in, we can talk.